guys. So this is going to be the final part of the Real Madrid miniseries of who stays, who goes, and who needs to prove themselves for the upcoming 2021-2022 season. I'm doing these videos ahead of the preseason matchup of Real Madrid versus Rangers, where I'm going to scout who does what and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So we have a list of 9 forwards here. And then, of course, I will also do the deep dive analysis of, who stays, who goes, and who needs to prove themselves ahead of the season. So let's go ahead. So here are the list of players: Lucas Vázquez, Vinicius Jr., Marco Asensio, Mariano Diaz, Rodrigo, Gareth Bale, Luka Jovic, Karim Benzema, and Eden Hazard. So Lucas Vázquez, so he extended his contract until 2024. He was a free agent heading into this summer, but Real Madrid, re-signed him, gave him a new deal, so he stays. Now the question is, where would Carlo Ancelotti play him? And here's why I asked that question. Because last year, he's a forward. That is his natural position. He is a forward. However, Real Madrid last year, with Dani Carvajal out injured, and because for some reason Zinedine Zidane didn't trust Arbolo Odriozola, Lucas Vázquez played in the defense. I want to say he played in that right back position, and he stuck them. He stuck him there ever since. I think there was just a handful of games where Lucas Vázquez played as forward, but he played him as left back, so right back. So the question is, I think he stays. He stays, but where will Carlo Ancelotti play him? That's the wild card. Will he continue to use him as a right back, or will he go back to being a forward, and Carlo Ancelotti is going to give that opportunity to Odriozola to prove his stripes? And obviously, I already spoke about the defense. I'll put that in the cards below. Check it out. Next up is Vinicius Jr. This guy, okay, so I think he's on a bridge. He's on a bridge where he stays because Carlo Ancelotti and Florentino Perez give him he has their vote of confidence. But if he stinks it up and he doesn't, develop good enough or fast enough for these guys, then I think he's gonna be on the move. He has his good qualities and he has his bad qualities. His hesitation is one thing. Him not knowing how to play the ball, giving us, passing the ball to assist, him trying to do everything himself at one point, or not knowing when to, he tries to do everything himself and it's a mistake. And then, he turns the ball over to the other team. So obviously he does need some development. So he's on that bridge where I can see him staying. But if he, struggles this season to do anything or doesn't play all that good, I see him being, either, loaned out in the winter to being sold next summer. Next up, Marco Asensio. This one's a tough one. I see him staying. Now, the only problem with Marco Asensio is he suffered a torn ACL in the 2019-2020 season, and he has not been himself since. And you're not going to be yourself. I have some friends who tore their ACLs, and it depends on how they, how they recover, what their mental state is. Because I see, I have friends who recover from their ACL, and they're better than ever. But there are guys from their ACL who tear their ACL, and they're not the same person. Obviously, you're never going to be the same. And in this case, Marco Asensio has not been the same since his torn, I'm going to say ACL. If it's not the ACL, let me know what ligament it was. I just know it wasn't the knee, and I want to say ACL, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But I see him staying. However, there are rumors that he is on the transfer radar, so I would not be surprised if he leaves. And then next up, Mariano Diaz. Oh, man. He's open to staying. I think he leaves, though. If Real Madrid want to get someone like a Kylian Mbappe or an Erling Haaland, they got to get rid of players. They just have to. And here's the thing. Mariano, he had opportunities last year. Karim Benzema was injured for 6 or 7 games, and Mariano did next to nothing. In my opinion, he needs to leave. He's leaving. He's leaving after the preseason. I think he's just showcasing right now what he has, so that way, his stock can go up. We'll have to wait and see. I think he leaves. I think he leaves either this season or the winter. I would not be surprised, if he stays, I'm going to be upset. I'm not going to make a video. I would be upset because... Oops. I'm sorry, I was getting a notification. But he leaves. He had the opportunity last year, squandered it, and he proved that he is not that good. Or he's decent, but needs some more development. He's 25 years old, so I see him leaving. Real Madrid, just get rid of him. Next up is Rodrigo. He stays, and he either stays with the first team or goes to the the B squad or the youth team player squad, because Real Madrid, they need to register certain players for La Liga, and if they're over the budget, then obviously they gotta have to make sure that the squad list is lower than what it needs to be. So Rodrigo stays. He's actually, in my opinion, he's better than Vinicius Jr. In my opinion, of course, every opinion differs. So he stays. He stays, in my opinion. Gareth Bale, he stays. There's no reason why he should, unless, like I said, if Florentino Perez wants him out, then obviously it would be a different story. But as of right now, he is staying because, he played very well under the Carlo Ancelotti regime the first time. And Carlo Ancelotti thinks that he can get the best out of Gareth Bale, and we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I think Gareth Bale, he stays. He has 1 year left on his deal. So I don't see... if he's a greedy gut, he's not willing to leave Madrid, so why fight this one? You've been fighting for him. You've been fighting with him for the last 3 years, Real Madrid. Just let him stay. Let him write out the rest of his contract, especially if Carlo Ancelotti's at the helm. Luka Jovic is next. So he's open to staying. Carlo Ancelotti wants him to stay, but he could lose favor. Like I said, Real Madrid is looking for the future. As hard as this may seem, I think he leaves. I really do think so. He is done here at Real Madrid. And he is another one. He came in that 2018, 2019 season, and he was a bust. He was not all that good. He did not score a goal for Real Madrid last year, I don't think. He did have, he only played like 3 or 4 games. And then, when he went out to loan at the beginning, he played very well with Frankfurt, but then he declined again. So I think this guy is another tough guy. I think he does leave at some point. We'll have to wait and see when. But Carlo Ancelotti and he are open to staying. But I do think that he leaves at some point. Either be it, in the next coming weeks before the summer transfer window, or maybe, during the winter time. And then we got Karim Benzema. Do I really have to say it? He stays. There's no way he leaves. No way. He has been Real Madrid's top guy after Cristiano Ronaldo left. He stepped up. Enough said there. Karim Benzema, he stays. He stays. Florentino Perez needs to lose his mind first. Granted, I've already questioned him losing his mind about the Super League, but he has to be far gone. He needs to be in a mental institution for Karim Benzema to leave. And then, of course, final man, Eden Hazard. Florentino Perez has given up on him. The fans, I think, have given up on him. Analysts have given up on him. The board has given up on him. Unfortunately, his wages are way too high. So this is the only reason why I think he stays, is because there's no team that wants to take him on these wages. But if Real Madrid can find a way to let him go, then he leaves. He leaves. We'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think. Who stays? Who goes? Who needs to prove themselves? Let me know in the comments down below. So it's your turn. Let me know in the comments. Until then, guys, that'll do it for this mini-series. Stand by, because Washington content is coming back this weekend. So I'll be, filming that stuff this weekend. So let me know, subscribe if you're new. Alrighty, guys, that'll do it for this video. Keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thank you for supporting Real Talk with Oscar host William Montiel. For more European soccer content or American football content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss any more of my videos.